What up, team? Back again. Again, kind of reverting back to a bit of a hyper-focus type video. The wife and I have decided that we're going to slowly renovate the house. We've done a couple of things, some decks and stuff, and so it kind of got me the motivation to kind of better my shed. It's not very big. It's only probably 3 by about 2.5, maybe 3.5 by 2.5 meters. I'm not sure what that is in feet, but so I got this, what used to be a bar off Facebook Marketplace. It didn't have a top on it, but it did have this bottom shelf, so I moved this shelf to the top. Now I did put some slats down on the bottom that I had some palings left over. Let me just grab my high-tech camera. Got some fence palings that I had left over because budget's tight. So, and then these were old decking boards. So what I'm going to do is put the camera back at the front and up there first. I've put that base in there. I've got a couple of these piano type hinges that I've had from a project that didn't eventuate. I'm going to put the top on hinge to give me more storage space underneath. This is like 6 by 1.5 inches. Something by 35, I don't know what that is. 140 by 35 mils. So yeah, and now the piano hinge isn't quite, the ply is only 15 mil thick, and these don't quite sit in the center. There'll be a bit of a lip on it, but I'm not overly fussed when it comes to that. So I'm just at this point about to mount the hinge for the hinge for the top. It's gonna have to go on the back here. I've had to loosen the board to slot it down behind. Not overly happy with it, but it is what it is at this point. See how it goes. So I just marked what is roughly the center. I've already got a couple of holes there that I've had screws in. Don't lose that, I need that. I just dropped a screw. So this will go in here. Now, far out. Not really had to use one of these piano hinges before, so getting this right will be a bit of a trial and error, suck it and see. No tough, too tough, whatever you want to call it. So because I marked that center line, I can just make sure the screws are all on the center line throughout the whole thing. This one's already got a hole. So this is going to be tedious work because in total there's 18 screws on each surface. So this will be fast forwarded for your viewing pleasure. Fast forward, stop. So that's done. That's seems to be functioning the way it should. So, and plywood being plywood, I feel like that's probably straightened that plywood out quite well as well. Now comes the hard part. What I need to do is this back piece comes up above where the hinge is going to be, and I don't really want to cut it out, but I might have to. Either that, or I can just hopefully hit each hole along the way with a screw. That would be a bit of a cuff. So we'll just so just unfortunately I'm gonna have to cut the backboard off. And I don't really want to take the whole thing out of the shed, which is gonna require some dodgy on an angle circular saw action. Not overly keen on that, but we'll see how it goes. As you can see here, the barrel of the hinge goes below that. I was hoping that it would go above it, so then I could just screw through the board, through the hinge. Not gonna happen. I feel like the reciprocating saw, which is right there, might have to come out. But I think it might be circular saw. We'll see how this goes. Right, so I went and got the trusty Azito, not sponsored, circular saw. I set that to, it's about 7mm MDF on the back, and I've set it to 8. Just double check that. About 8.
You should put on a heap of weight and wear a shirt that's 2 sizes too small.
I'm back. My wife came home, we were talking netball as we normally do. If you see this and you don't know what netball is, it's kind of like basketball, but not. It's like, if you're going to say Formula 1 and IndyCar were the same, netball and basketball are the same. It's about the best I can do. Got a man shake, hashtag not sponsored. Of course, I need to have a anti-inflammatory for my leg. I tore my calf on Monday, kicking goals. Anyway, saw set to about 8mm to get through that thing. I've marked it out on the back. The position I've got to hold this in is going to be a pain in the ass. Yes, I turned it off when I changed the thing. I consider myself to be a safety professional, literally a health and safety manager. When you have a history like mine, it's hard to get a fucking job. I did disconnect the power. I will be wearing earmuffs. I will be wearing safety glasses. Although they are shit, and I don't see why they pass the fucking Australian standards test. $2.50 ones that I got from free from the mining job I was in. And if I had $1 for every time I've got something in my eye wearing these, I could probably buy a box of these glasses. Anyway, I've got safety gear on. I've got headphones, muffs, somewhere. Give me a minute. I will attempt to mute the sound on this while I do it. Let me just adjust this bad boy. If you don't remember, if you watched my homebrew video that time, the fridge used to be here. The fridge is now over there, obviously. You can see it, I think. Yep. Fridge is over there now, which is why I then put this here. Let's give this a go. That's gonna have to go deeper. A little bit deeper. That's 6 inches. If you ask anyone that knows. Oops. No, that was not an accident. That was just my misaligned cut. Done. Now, terribly unhappy with that. Don't know what happened there. See, that's how much I cut out. I went down that far purely because I was... Actually, I think I mismeasured that because I measured the whole thing instead of half the thing, but I'm not overly fussed, to be honest. There's plenty to fix the board still too. So everything is coming up millhouse at this point. If you know, you know. I've just got to screw the fucking hinge in. That's my interpretation of the Death Star. Did that at a local paint drink thing. It's pretty good. They wanted me to do a thing of the globe of the world or something. Setting sun, moon, fuck, I don't remember. Death Star. Glow in the dark too. I don't have a black light though. Alright, let's see how this goes. Might reposition. That's sketchy as hell because it's leaning on something that pivots, and if that falls, I'm in a world of shit. Right, so ditch that. Unplug him. Unplug, safety first. Manshake. Hashtag not sponsored. Now, in theory, should be good to go. So now, as you can see, there's a bit of a lip there because the hinge was a little bit, it's probably 4 millimeters, I don't know, 1/659 thousandths of an inch, fucked if I know how much that is, 1/8 of an inch maybe, fuck, I don't know. And a little bit more than an 1/8. Fucking inches. Yeah, so it is what it is. I'm not overly unhappy with that. It'll be against the wall anyway, of which I'm probably going to mount it to the wall at some point, but I've got a brace, like a metal brace for the house across there, which will stop me doing it. It's going to take some thinking and effort. That's a different job for a different day, but yeah, where we at? Single digit viewers, they're going to see this. Why didn't I use a full coverage hinge? Well, that's as long as I had. I do have 2 of them, but I also didn't want to cut one in half and then not have the full length hinge if this didn't work. So this will suffice until I see fit to do the full coverage with this extra hinge that I have. As you can see, they're both the same size. Like I said, I got them for another project that didn't eventuate. Now, here's the test. Ooh, actually, good point. We need to get the circular saw out again. Good test. Here's one I prepared earlier. happy with that. Time to screw this bad boy, or whatever it identifies as. Fast forward. I will get a holder opener, a strut thingy at some point. Now the test is putting it back and see if it opens against the, oh, you can't see it, the wall. Oh wait, I'm not done yet. Fuck my life. That's now giving me all this space. Maybe I will need something for that. Might just do what I did up there, put a chain on it. Up there, that chain is hooked onto that screw. Might do something similar. There's already a hole there. I'll come up with something. I'm pretty happy with that. I was contemplating getting a latch. I'm not sure it'll need it now. I think we're good. This one will be a bit of a longer one. I hope you guys stick around. I really like doing this. Last I checked, I still don't have any subscribers, but I still like doing it. Feel free to like and subscribe. Or not.